Today, I'm in downtown Oakland to meet Kedrick Armstrong, the new music director of the Oakland Symphony. As he made his way to rehearsal, I got to catch up with him to hear more about his journey stepping into this new role, how he's settling in after moving here from South Carolina, and his vision for shaping the future of classical music in the East Bay and beyond. So you just moved here to Oakland recently.
Yes.
What has been something you've loved about living in the city?
You know, it's been one of the crazy things. It's my first time living in a city. From South Carolina originally. I would say one of the most exciting things to me, it's crazy enough, there's actually a lot of people from South Carolina who live in Oakland.
Oh, really?
Like I've been running into all of these people from South Carolina who live in Oakland. But for me, it sort of it speaks to this thing that I love so much about being here.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some sense of Southern hospitality, you know, this sense of welcomingness, this sense of love and community. So it's been really beautiful. It's a city, but it doesn't feel like a big city.
A bit of home.
Yeah, it feels a bit like home.
I love that. Well, congratulations on your recent appointment as music director of Oakland Symphony. What an honor, what an exciting opportunity for you. What most excites you about this role and this opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, when you think about the legacy and the history of this orchestra, of this city, of what Oakland means and how the orchestra positions itself in the middle of that, that's one of the most exciting things, being able to build upon a legacy, a history that is so deeply connected to my vision and my values and what I believe in. Having that runway, feeling that I have already the community support and trust in the work, I mean, it makes it so much easier to do the job where you have that kind of support and energy coming from both within and externally.
I love that.
Yeah.
I had the honor of attending the opening night of Oakland Symphony's season with my family, a night that also marked the beginning of Kedrick's official appointment as the new music director. The orchestra has only had 8 music directors since the orchestra began in 1933, and now Kedrick is the 9th at just 30 years old.
I felt so much love. I felt so much support and so much that Oakland had already wrapped its arms around me. And then to see the musicians sort of respond to that as well, it was a dream come true.
You know, Oakland is all about a vibrant city, and it's such a diverse community. So as you're taking on this role, what are some of the goals that you have in mind when it comes to how you lead and then the repertoire that you select based on those two things?
Yeah, you know, Oakland has such a great sense of community purpose and community engagement. So I'm always trying to listen to the community. You know, as a music director, of course you come in with your plans and your visions and your ideas, but you know, there's another factor here, and that is Oakland, that's this community. So, you know, really trying to get into the community and figure out what other stories need to be told, what other cultures have not been represented on the symphonic stage. And then how do we take that message and not just, you know, tell it in Oakland, but tell it internationally.
Kedrick isn't here to simply maintain status quo. He's here to truly listen to the community, amplify their voices on stage, and rethink how we experience classical music. He's also drawing inspiration from other genres, bringing fresh ideas to the table and redefining what a symphony can be.
Well, you know, I think we relate to our audiences through what they know, right? I listen to so many different other kinds of music, jazz, hip-hop, funk, gospel, you know, you name it. And the orchestra shows up in so many different ways.
Kedrick lives and breathes music and is eager to embrace the community he now represents. He's even chosen to live in the heart of the city, immersing himself in its daily rhythms, tuning into what people are listening to on the radio, and exploring how those sounds can find their way into the Oakland Symphony Orchestra.
So how do I pair Mozart alongside Tupac? How do I compare Beethoven alongside Beyonce, right? And really honor the traditions and the cultures and the music making behind all of those perspectives authentically. So that's, you know, and in Oakland, they want that. They demand that from the orchestra. And so it's really exciting having people hold me to the fire in that way. It makes my job so thrilling.
Well, here we are at the stage door.
Yes.
And now I get to go inside and get you ready for rehearsal.
Absolutely.
Can I get a little bit of peek inside?
Yes, please come in. It's such a fantastic theater. I can't wait for you to see it.
I love it. Going backstage of a theater is one of my all-time favorite experiences, and the Paramount Theatre is no exception. The walls are lined with photographs of iconic artists, musicians, and stars who've performed in this historical space, a theater built in 1931 that was, at the time, the largest multi-purpose venue on the West Coast. One portrait that really stood out to the both of us was of the late Michael Morgan, who served as the music director of the Oakland Symphony for 30 years before Kedrick. Kedrick had the privilege of studying under him during his time with the orchestra, and now he's excited to pick up the baton, honoring both the history that came before him and the new history that will be made.
So it's like there's just so many gems behind this hall, and they recently refurbished the organ. So, you know, the Paramount Theatre used to be a movie theater, like a movie theater hall.
Well, Kedrick, I have to say we're grateful to have you. Thank you so much for today's conversation. It's been fun getting to know you. I can't wait to see you at rehearsal and for the season and performances to come. It's been an honor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
After spending time with Kedrick, I also had the opportunity to connect with Dr. Mieko Hatano, the Chief Executive Officer of the Oakland Symphony, to hear more about what she and the orchestra love most about working with Kedrick, and what she's most excited about as they embark on this new chapter together.
His ability to just talk about anything with ease and his insatiable curiosity. You know, not only curiosity about music, but also about the people and community around him. And he pulls so much from those different places. So it's not just about how we're going to engage with our community and then music being separate. It's actually one thing. And that's what he brings to this, because he has so much experience culturally. You know, he has this fluency that he can bring to the stage. And that's kind of how everybody can connect with him when they're actually in the audience. You know, people don't want to just come to concerts. They want to be a part of a concert. They want to feel important. Exactly. But he is very, very creative, and honestly, he could probably fill, 365 days of concert programming.
He's that creative.
Oh, absolutely. And I think he actually started when he was very young. So he's got notebooks of ideas that he's come up with, thinking someday I'm going to do this. And so giving him this stage to do that has just been so wild. I mean, we're always, every one of us on staff and management, our committees that are working with him too, they're just always so compelled by his different ideas. He also loves to hear other ideas. He's the ultimate sort of facilitator of conversation and collaboration.
I love that.
Getting to chat with Kedrick and Mieko was such an inspirational experience, and I hope it has inspired you too to check out this incredible orchestra and their live performances that are officially ushering in an exciting new era. And with so many amazing concerts ahead, we hope to see you there too. To learn more about Kedrick and the Oakland Symphony, head to redcurtainaddict.com.